Adam, as an employer, when you become aware of a romantic relationship between employees in your company, what are some things you should be thinking about?
So we inevitably spend a lot of time, most of our waking hours in the workplace, right? So it's inevitable that over time people are going to develop personal, professional, and possibly romantic relationships with coworkers. And as an employer, the things that you need to think about are, number one, is this an appropriate relationship? Okay. Because certainly, yes, people can become married to their coworkers or they can be in relationships with their coworkers, but is it leading to a problem in terms of favoritism or the optics of favoritism? So an example could be if a manager is in a romantic relationship with a subordinate and there are other subordinates there, the appearance of that relationship to those other subordinates could be problematic because they will inevitably feel as if the manager is showing favoritism to the subordinate that is involved in the relationship. So, what are some things employers can do about that? Number one, they should have a policy about this. Like I say, with all of these discussions, have a policy about the disclosure of a romantic relationship. And then number two, an employer should evaluate, is there the potential for a conflict, whether by optics alone or the actual appearance of favoritism, and what are some things employers can do about that? They can potentially separate the two so that they're not working directly with one another. That can be something to avoid. And then also in the policy, the employee should have a disclosure requirement if that relationship ends. Because if the relationship is no longer romantic or consensual, but let's say one side continues to pursue the other side, that's when things like harassment can occur in the workplace, and the company could be on the hook for something like a sexual harassment type claim. So those are some very brief things to think about when it comes to romantic relationships. They can work, they can be problem free, but they can also lead to problems as well. And I discussed some of those.